brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
First of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. On first down, Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason. No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Throwing on third down, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38, Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw is Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw away.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Watson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. He gets it to Thomas. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Davis running left. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. It's Wilson. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, Davis. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit,
Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Aaron Donald in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
But we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
What, do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go again with Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle to Davis. As strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
It's Davis on the counter. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Inside give to Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now it's Watson. His pass complete to Rucker. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Watson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Fournette diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Veteran back Mike Davis leading this offense back onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Wilson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. The left side caught by Diggs. again, Wilson. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a give to Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They go play action with Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Wilson. Eluded, and a pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up. And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the first of 4 Divisional Round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Giants, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, called it the 26. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Gets around him on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watson on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Wilson will throw again. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And New York set to take the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Fournette running right. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Watson. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Fournette. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here we go on fourth. Watson, and able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So they get the conversion on fourth, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That's to... And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
They begin with a run by Davis. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw is Wilson. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got the 1st down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll run it again with Fournette. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, nice move. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he will have a Giants It's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Watson on 1st down. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. This is caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. From the 41, Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Now Wilson on 1st down. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. To throw again is Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Wilson's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Forced out to Wilson, hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and the Giants have it, it's picked up. He's at the 50, he's at the 30, 10, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.